Whenever you hear about the government, all you hear are these weird, weaselly, foggy, nonsense terms that don't describe anything real. I asked some of the listeners to my show, and I'll ask you now too, what are your favorite government euphemisms? My favorite so far is when you print a lot of, well, you print more fiat currency. They call it quantitative easing, which to my mind sounds exactly like a laxative, and not even one that you take orally. So, what do you guys say? What are your favorite government euphemisms? And I'll tell you why I'm bringing this up in just a sec. Quantitative easing is mine. I like No Child Left Behind, because if you argue against that, people think that you want to just throw throw children out of your car or something like that, and leave them behind. You know, they're slow, they're needy. So what are your favorite government euphemisms out there? What do we got?
National security.
National security, as if there's a nation and as if it can be made secure through the initiation of force. What else we got? What? Public education. What is that? Forced indoctrination would be the real term. There's a public education. What else we got?
Internal Revenue Service.
Internal Revenue Service. That's right, because it's a service which you tip. Thank you, I love my creme brulee. Here's half my income. What else?
General welfare.
What?
Social security.
Military intelligence. We weren't looking for oxymorons, we were looking for euphemisms, but thank you. What else?
Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Sorry? Operation Iraqi Freedom, right. You are free from plumbing. And your limbs. What else? Sorry? The Drug Enforcement Agency. That sounds like a lot more fun. You're going to take these drugs. And not orally. Sorry, I'm going to use that joke.
Engage the target.
I'm sorry?
Engage the target.
Engage the target. Will you die? Good point. Good point. What else? Oh yeah, the soldiers have fallen. Oops. No, they were killed.
Collateral damage.
Sorry?
Collateral damage.
Collateral damage. Yeah, that's a nice one too. You sunk my battleship.
Patriot Act.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, because I watch people get killed and I'm not happy. What else?
Our soldiers.
To serve and protect. Now actually I think that's not a euphemism because I think the police are there to serve and protect. Just not us. The guys out front of the mafias, hang out there to serve and protect as well, just not the shopkeepers they're shaking down. What else? One more. Who's got another doozy? Sorry? We the people? We the game? Last one? Executive privilege. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Yeah, I got a whole list of these here. Now, I think it's really important to understand why these terms are used. Why do people say military intelligence? Why do they say national defense rather than what it really is? Well, I would say that it's because they're really not very comfortable with what they're describing. Because when we aren't comfortable with what we're describing, we call it by its proper name. So, when it comes to helping people to escape the matrix of government language, because I think it's really important to understand that language is just another government program that is inflicted upon children through state schools, that is created by the government in its description of its own activities, right? So, Social Security. Can you really be against Social Security? Are you against society or security? Do you use your birthday as every single one of your passwords? Do you hate the term, the concept? It doesn't make any sense. So the government owns the language that is used to describe the government's activities. That's a real challenge. But the reason that people are drawn to that language is because they don't like what the government is doing, and so they need to cover it up with a whole bunch of nonsense syllables so that they can avoid looking at the thing itself. It's like how the body falls and they cover it with a sheet. Well, the body is sort of freedom and the sheet is the language. if you understand that language, that the language particularly of politics, is just another government program that does exactly the same as every other government program does, which is the opposite of its intended claim, right? The purpose of language is supposed to be to clarify, to communicate, to synthesize. And of course, government language simply, it fogs and paralyzes and confuses and bewilders.